Now we'd like to introduce to you a couple friends of ours who specialize in steelheading. Kraig and John Krenske of Sanford, Michigan will show us some fly patterns and some techniques that will help make you a better steelhead fisherman.
I'm John Krenske. We're here today in Baldwin, Michigan, fishing the famous Pere Marquette Flies Only section for winter steelhead. Got good numbers of fish coming up the river. It's early yet, but there's been a lot of people hooking up fish, so we got our boat in. We can go get some steelhead. We're going to use flies today. We're going to try some different techniques. We'll show you a few patterns throughout the trip and maybe give you some techniques that'll help you on the river. Hopefully get some fish. Let's go see what we can do. All right.
Now we're going to share some of our favorite winter steelhead patterns for the Pere Marquette Flies Only section. Starting here on the left with the egg patterns, we have a smaller imitation, which works very well for steelhead. Then moving over to the larger ones, they tend to work well and they tend to imitate a larger egg fly, such as like a spawn bag or a spawn sack. Moving to the right of them, we come to the nymph section. Starting off with a stone fly, a black stone. Works very well for winter steelhead, even spring steelhead. And to the right of that are the hare's ear with the bead head. To the right of that is the green caddis larva, which is one of my favorites.
Down here on the bottom, starting off with the basic wiggler. Fly can be tied in any color, different hackle colors, any way you want to tie it. There's virtually just tons of different ways you can tie that. And you move over to the pheasant tail, which is a good nymph, especially during the later spring months. You've got your pumpkinhead martin, which is kind of a fly that we kind of devised ourselves and we tie, and it works real well for us. And then here you got your egg-sucking leeches, and those are just three of the many different colors that they're tied in. And they seem to work real well for us on the river in the winter throughout the whole spring. It's coming down. Couldn't see him. Oh. Couldn't see him at all. Nice fish. Good looking fish. Yep. Fresh fish. About 8 pounds. Pretty little hand. Buddy.
That hare's ear.
Picture?
Huh?
Picture? There's a PM, winter steelhead. Good looking fish.
some male in it. Little male. A buck. 3-4 pounds. They're common right now this time of year. He really took that hare's year. Now we're releasing him.
Let him keep on doing what he
set up here to do. Today we're just running a 12-pound Maxima leader about 3 feet from our shooting line, hooked down with a barrel swivel, which we hook our weight on, so it moves freely in the water and the fish can't feel the weight when they pick the fly up. And from that, we tie on another barrel swivel, which leads down to our flies.
Got the slip right up here, up above, so it can't go down past. Leaves you your straight shot to your main line. Then we run our flies. We run dual flies when we fish in the flies only. You got your second fly tied off, your second leader tied off right to the bend in the hook. We run our second fly about a foot below that.
A lot of the time, I like to run an egg fly up above and have a nymph as a dropper. John, you can see, just did it the opposite. It's all preference, whatever.
Shiny colors, whatever works.
But more or less in the winter, you're looking for the deeper runs, like such as this. More or less the fish that come up in the spring or in the shallow gravel run. So we can go through and show you basically what we're doing and how we're drifting. What you're doing, you're just feeling for the fish to hit, or we try to wait until the line stops and pick up. That sometimes offers some of the best ways to hook steelhead.
And a lot of times they'll just flat out slam it.
So we just start off by quarter casting upstream, just letting the weight hit the bottom, and you can feel the bottom. And anything that doesn't feel natural, set the hook. A lot of time, them are steelhead.